literal coefficients. Okay, here are the examples. Here are the examples of rational algebraic expressions. Hi, I'm teacher Malyn. The first lesson under chapter 2 is about simplifying rational algebraic expressions. I have here 3 steps to follow in simplifying rational algebraic expressions, or simply rational expressions. The first one to do is to factor the numerator and the denominator. Then, number 2 step, cancel the common factors in the numerator and denominator. Number 3, copy the term left in the numerator and denominator and form the simplified form of the given rational expression. Okay? Let us have example number 1. Simplify 27x to the 5th y squared over 14xy. Okay? Our solution, as mentioned in the steps, we have to factor both numerator and denominator. Let us have the prime factors. Prime factors of 27 are 3, 3, and 3. While 14, we have 2 and 7. For the literal coefficients, we have x, 5x's, x, and x. Then for the y's, we have y and y. For the denominator, we have 1x and 1y. What do you notice with the factors of the literal, of the numerical coefficients and in the numerator and denominator? So there is no common. So we simply multiply them. So you have 27, and for the denominator we have 14. But for the literal coefficients, we cancel the variables which are the same. And so with this. So in the numerator, we have how many x's left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So exponent 4. And the y, 1y left. For the denominator, we don't have any variable left. So therefore, this is the simplified form of the rational expression 27x to the 5th y squared over 14xy. Okay, let's have now example number 2. Simplify a minus b over b minus a. Okay, for our solution, so following step number 1, we factor, but it's already prime, so we just copy. Now let the denominator is b over a. You will notice that b over a, the denominator, the terms in the denominator are not as same as in the position of the terms in the numerator. So what we are going to do is to rearrange the terms such that a will come first and b will follow. So we have here minus a plus b. But let us make letter a variable a, positive. Copy first the numerator and then factor and multiply a by a negative, this the whole variable, the whole binomial by negative, so that when we write, A will become a positive. So negative 1, A, but B will become now negative. Because negative multiplied by a negative is positive. So we factored out 1 from the term A and B. Why? Because the numerical coefficient of A and B is 1. But we have to multiply, we have to have negative 1 so that A will become positive. So we can now cancel as the numerator and the denominator are the same, which the terms inside the parentheses. So cancel, cancel. So this means 1 and 1. So we have 1 for the numerator and 1 times 1 here, negative 1 times 1 here is negative 1. And then positive times negative is negative. 1 divided by 1 is negative 1. So this is the simplified form of A minus B over B minus A. Okay, what about example number 3? Let us first copy the given numerator and the denominator. We need to follow the steps factoring the numerator and the denominator. The numerator is, we have to factor the difference of 2 squares since A squared and 16 are both perfect squares. So we have A plus 4 minus 4. Remember factoring? The lessons that we had in chapter 1. This is a perfect square, but 20 is not. So this is as an example of general trinomial. So let's factor this. So we have A. Think of the two factors of 20. When we add algebraically, the result is 1. Okay? The numerical coefficient of x is positive 1. So it is what? It is positive 5 and negative 4. Okay? And algebraically will become positive 1. So we will now use here 5 minus 4. You can see common factors in the numerator and denominator. So we have here, I will just copy, A plus 4, A minus 4. Then the denominator is A plus 5, A minus 4. It's obvious we can cancel this 2. So what are the terms left? In the numerator, we have A plus 4. And the denominator, we have A plus 5. This is now the simplified form of the rational expression A squared minus 16 over A squared plus X minus 20. Did you get?